this video, I'll show you all you need to know to navigate and edit text with Neovim using as few commands and options as possible. This is great if you're just getting started with Neovim and you don't even know the basics. Start with these steps and then keep adding more information later on. Grab yourself because we'll go fast. If you need to review all these commands and options later on, a link to this guide is going to be in the video description so you can go over it. Okay, so first I'm going to show you how to quit and save. This is the way that I do it as of today. I use the Lazyvim.org distribution. I have auto-save enabled so I don't worry about saving. And when I want to quit, I just press leader and then I press Q and then I press Q again. But if you want to learn the traditional way of doing it, here I left the information. You can type :WQ to write and quit. Another option is pressing ZC. Both of them are uppercase, so you just press Shift ZC. If you want to quit without saving, :Q exclamation mark. You also have the option to press ZQ. If you want to try the setup that you're looking at on the screen, I have a video in which I explain how to do that in detail. You'll also be able to find the video on the top right corner. So Neovim has different modes, but the ones that I'm going to discuss here are normal, insert, visual, and command line mode. Let's start with normal mode. This is the mode that allows you to navigate and perform different actions. It's the one that I'm using to navigate the file right now. How do you get to normal mode? This is personal preference. I have a key map. When I'm in insert mode, notice the cursor changes. So if I want to go back to normal mode, I press KJ, and that takes me out of insert mode, back into normal mode. If you don't want to use a key map, you can do it the traditional way, which is pressing escape. I would recommend you to remap escape to caps lock because it's easier to press, or you can also press Control open brackets. So now the basic navigation in normal mode. Instead of navigating with the arrow keys, it's recommended that you navigate with HJKL. So as you can see here, J is to go down, K is to go up, H is to go to the left, and L is to move to the right. The letter W moves to the start of the next word. I'm going to press W several times right now. You can see. Now the letter E, as you can see here, moves to the end of the next word. I'm pressing E, and it moves to the end of the word. I'm going to press B several times right now, and it moves to the beginning of the previous word. Control U moves half page up, and I'm going to press Control D to go back half page. If you press GG, it's going to take you to the top of the file, GG. And if you press capital G, it's going to take you to the end of the file. I'm going to press 50, GG, takes me to line 50, which is here. This is a pretty useful tip. Pressing single quote 2 times allows you to jump back to the position of the cursor before the last jump. So let's say that I'm in line 200. Then I press GG to go to the top of the file. But then I want to jump back to line 200. I can press single quote 2 times. So let me go to line 200 right now. Here, I'm going to press GG to go to the top of the file. Then I'm going to press 2 times single quote, and it takes me back to where I was before jumping. These are some custom key maps that I configured. GL takes you to the last character of the line. Press GL, takes me there. GH to the first character. I also configured GJ, which takes me to the markdown header below. I press GJ right now. And GK takes me to the markdown header above. I press GK. Let's say that I delete this word, but I want to undo that change. I'm going to press the letter U to undo it. If I want to redo that change, I'm going to press Control R to redo it. I'm going to press U again to undo it. The colon repeats the last entered command and leaves you in command mode. So let's say that I delete a word with DW, then I press dot. It's going to execute the last command, which was DW. Now to indent text to the right, you press Shift greater than 2 times. That moves it to the right. To indent to the left, Shift lesser than 2 times. If you want to yank a word, you do YW. Notice that it highlights the word. If you want to copy an entire line, you can press YY and it's going to highlight the line as well. Let's say that I want to paste that above the cursor. I can press capital P as in here. It pasted that there. I'm going to press U to undo. If I press lowercase p, it's going to paste it below the cursor, the way that you see here. I'm going to undo that as well. The letter X deletes the character the cursor is on. And if you leave it pressed, it keeps deleting more characters. If you press DD, it's going to delete the entire line, the way that you see here. I'm going to undo this. DW is going to delete the word. DB deletes to the beginning of the previous word. So if you're navigating with W, you're navigating forward, and you press here, DB is going to delete the previous word. And if you press the capital D, it's going to delete until the end of the line. Delete it till the end. This is a custom key map that I configured. Capital Y yanks to the end of the line starting from the cursor. I use CW a lot if I want to change a word. It's going to leave you in insert mode. So if I press CW, I stay in insert mode and I can type the new word. I'm just going to undo this. I also use R a lot, which allows you to replace a single character and puts you back in normal mode. So let's say that I want to replace this letter. I'm going to press R, press the letter Z. Now I have a Z there and I'm back in normal mode. If I press R, C again, I can change it back and it puts me back in normal mode. If you want to join 2 lines together, you press capital J. I'm going to press capital J, joins the 2 lines. I'm going to press capital J again, capital J, keeps joining them. Now I'm going to show you how to modify stuff around and inside. All of the following motions work with either D to delete, Y to copy, C to change, or V to select in visual mode. As you can see down here, A stands for around. This deletes the spaces around, and I stands for inside. It does not delete spaces around. So for example, if you type DIP, that is going to delete inside paragraph. Okay, so notice that I'm at the end of this word. I don't have to be at the beginning. I can be at the end, and I'm going to press CIW. I can replace that word with something new. I'm just going to undo this. So what's the difference between the A and the I? If I do VAW, I'm going to select around the word. Notice that it selects also the spaces after the word. If on the other hand, I press VIW, I'm just going to select inside the word. So I just select the word without spaces. That's the main difference between A and I. Notice where my cursor is at right now. I'm going to press CI double quote and I can change the text inside the quotes. I'm going to undo this. Same here. I'm going to press CI single quote. Same for backticks. If I press CI backtick, I can change the text inside backticks. The same applies for other symbols as you can see here. Parentheses, curly braces, and square brackets. The same applies if you want to change or select a paragraph, for example. I'm going to press VIP. Notice that it does not select the spaces around, but if instead I press VAP, it does select the space below the paragraph. And these following options work with this plugin, VIT. It's going to select the text inside this tag. If on the other hand I press CIT, I can change that. Also, if you want to change the text inside a code block, you can do that as well. So if I press VIO, I can just select whatever is inside the code block. It doesn't matter if I have lines in between. Notice that I have a space here in between. Even if I press VIO again, it's going to select everything inside the code block. You can press VAO and it's going to select around. Now I'm going to show you how to find, select, or replace up to a specific character. All of these motions work with D, Y, C, or V. So instead of this character, you can type whatever you want to find. So you can see what this does. Let's say that I want to select the text that is here. How would I do this? I could press V, T, open bracket. That selects that. So that's what the T stands for, until. That's what you see here, this till. Notice that it does not delete this character itself. On the other hand, if instead of the letter T for till, you use F as in find, that is going to delete this character. So if I press here, VF, open bracket, notice that it selects the character. Let's say that, for example, I want to select the text all the way to the closing bracket. I do VF, closing bracket. Moving on to insert mode. This is the mode that allows you to edit text as you do regularly in any text editor. So basically, this is what allows you to type. How can you get to insert mode? There are different options. Here are some. If you press I, it's going to put you in insert mode before the cursor position. you press the letter A, it's going to put you after the cursor. I'm going to press A here, puts me in insert mode. Remember that to go back to normal mode, I just press KJ, and then I can keep navigating. Capital I puts me in insert mode at the beginning of the line. Capital A puts me in insert mode at the end of the line. The letter O is going to put me in insert mode on the line below, as in here. Capital O is going to put me in insert mode on the line above, as in here. If you press GI, it takes you back to the last position you were in insert mode. So let's say that I'm in insert mode here on this line. Then I go out of here. I want to go back to that line. I'm going to press GI. Takes me back there. You can indent text when you're in insert mode. You don't have to go out to normal mode. So let's say that I'm here. I want to indent this to the right. I press Control T. If I want to indent it back, Control D. Now moving on to visual mode. This allows you to visually select text and then manipulate it. So if you press the letter V, you enter visual mode and you can navigate using H, J, K, L, for example. I'm going to press V right now. I'm going to press L to move to the right. I'm going to press K to move up. Or I can press J to move down, and I'm going to select text that way. Remember that I have this custom mapping GL. So let's say that I want to select from here to the end of the line. I press VGL, selects to the end of the line. If I want to select from here, VGH to the beginning of the line. If you just want to select a word, you press VW. You can keep pressing W to select more words, or you can press J to go down here, or K to go up. If you want to select entire lines, you press capital V, selects the entire line. You can move down, or you can move up to select more text. GB takes you to the last selection that you had in visual mode. So I'm just going to select this. I press capital V here. I'm going to press escape to go out. So if I press GB, it's going to take me back to that selection. If I want to select the entire file, I press VIG. This is not something default. This comes with the Lazyvim.org distro and uses this plugin, but it's pretty useful. So after selecting text, you can change it, delete it, yank it, paste over it, indent it with any of these here. When you're pasting text in visual mode, I personally do it with the capital P, because P does not put the replaced text in the clipboard. If instead you paste with the lowercase p, that is going to put the replaced text in the clipboard. If you're going to be pasting in macOS, do not paste with Command D, because that is going to mess the lines that you have below. So just keep that in mind if you're going to paste text with the capital P. So let's say that I select this text, I copy it with Y, I want to paste it here, I paste it with capital P, I want to paste it again here, I paste it with capital P again. Now I'm going to show you vertical visual mode navigation. This allows you to edit multiple lines vertically. To enter, you press Control V. So let's say that you want to append the same text to the end of each line. Let's say that I'm here in the middle. I'm going to press Control V. Then I'm going to scroll down to select the desired lines. I'm going to press J to scroll down. Then I'm going to press the dollar sign to move to the very end of the line. Then I'm going to press the capital A to append. And then I'm just going to type some text here. Leave a space, backtick, new text. Once done, go out to normal mode. I'm just going to press KJ. And notice that it added this text to the end of each line. Let's say that now I want to do the same thing, but instead of adding it to the end, I want to add it to the beginning of the line. I'm going to press Control V, I'm going to go down, I'm going to press 0 to go to the beginning of the line, I'm going to press uppercase I to insert, and I'm going to type the text that I want here. I'm just going to type here random text, close, the backtick, I'm going to leave a space, then I'm going to press KJ to go out of insert mode. Notice that it added this text at the beginning of each line. I'm going to press U to undo all this. Let's say that I want to replace the same text on each line. I'm going to press Control V to enter visual mode, I'm going to scroll down to select all the lines, I'm going to press E to select this word, I'm going to press C to change it, I'm going to type the new word, and I'm going to press escape or KJ to go to normal mode. You notice that it was replaced. Command line mode allows you to enter Neovim commands, like if you want to save, quit, check help. So you have to press colon, and that's going to take you to command line mode. And you can do this only when you're in normal mode. If I press colon, you're going to see a pop-up here at the top. So this is command line, as you can see here on the title. Let's say that I want to substitute a word across the entire file. I don't normally use this. I use a plugin, which is this one here, or this other one. But in case that you don't want to use a plugin and you want to at least know how to substitute the word in an entire file, let's say that I want to replace this whiskey in the entire file. So I'm going to first enter command line mode with colon. You don't have to type it. You can copy and paste. So notice that after typing it, I see here the new word that is going to be replaced. If I press enter, it's going to replace whiskey with juice. I'm just going to press escape to exit out of here. This is another command, check help. It allows you to see if there are errors with your Neovim configuration. Just press colon, check help. It's here. Type enter. This is going to pop up. To get out of here, just press Q. If you want to learn how I edit markdown files in Neovim, which is basically what you're looking at right now, I have a video in which I go over everything in detail. I show you all the key maps that I have configured, the different plugins that I use, how I edit text. It's quite a large video, but I would highly recommend you to watch that next if you can. How do you search and find stuff? Notice that after searching, if you press N, you can search forward, or if you press capital N, you can search backward. You type /. Notice that the cursor moves here to the bottom. I can type the word that I want to search, unicorn, and I'm going to hit enter right now. And if I press N, I can keep searching forward. If I press capital N, I can search backwards. If you want to search backward instead of a /, you just type a question mark. If you don't want to perform a search, but you just want to move to the next occurrence of a specific word, you just type asterisk. So I'm going to put myself in this word, and I'm going to press asterisk. Notice that it moves me to the next. If on the other hand, I press the pound symbol, it's going to move me back. I'm pressing pound right now. It's moving me back, and asterisks moves you forward, as you can see here. This is a plugin that I cannot live without, so I would highly recommend you to get it. It already comes with my own configuration. In case you want to test it out, remember that I have a video in which I explain how to get my configuration. You'll be able to find it in the video description. So let's say that you want to surround a word. You just put the cursor at the beginning of the word. Let's say that I want to add a double quote on this word. I'm going to press go to surround, add E, which moves me to the end of the word, and then the symbol, which is double quote. So I'm just going to type that right now. GSAE, double quote. Notice that this word is surrounded now. I'm going to undo that. Let's say that I don't want to do double quote, but I want to do a parentheses. We just replace the double quote here with a parentheses. So I'm just going to type GSAE parentheses, and it surrounds that word. If you want to add a surround in visual mode, just select the text first, then I'm going to press GSA double quote. I'm going to press U to undo that. If instead of the symbol double quote, I want to surround the text in curly braces, for example, I can do that as well. I'm just going to select the text first. I press GSA curly braces. Let's say that you want to replace the surrounding here. Instead of double quotes, I want a backtick. I can press GSR double quote backtick. Let's say that I want to replace it with an open bracket. I press GSR backtick open bracket. Here I left some useful information on what this does. Go to surround, replace current symbol and the new symbol. If you want to delete a surrounding, let's say that I want to delete this one, I'm just going to press GSD single quote. That deletes it. If you want to learn way more stuff related to Neovim on how to navigate and edit text, I would recommend you to use the tutor command. So I'm just going to type :tutor, press enter, and here are a lot of different lessons that you can go through. It explains a lot of the things that I covered right now and a lot more. So I'm just going to close this buffer with letter BD. If you're using the Lazyvim distribution, it comes disabled by default. So to enable it, just delete this line in this file. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know, and I'll see you in the next video.